Ribeye steak, a great addition to the menu. Your ribeye steak comes in fresh, which makes it really easy to manage. With the ribeye, you've got quite a lot of heavy marbling and sometimes a large knuckle of fat. This is why we say cook this medium to well done. This way the fat breaks down and releases all natural flavours into the steak, making it taste fantastic. Comes with standard presentation of steak, apart from it's on the large plate. Comes with additional pepper sauce, Diane sauce or a béarnaise sauce, so it's a guest choice of what they want. Comes with a standard portion of mushrooms, which is your 84 grams. This is pan fried in butter, half a grilled tomato, 56 grams of peas, and a standard portion of chips, which is 224. There you have your ribeye steak. Bacon and cheese top chicken. First of all, I've taken a defrosted chicken breast. I've grilled this for 7 to 8 minutes until it reaches 75 degrees. All I need to do now is top my chicken. So here I've got 30 grams of barbecue sauce. Just using a pastry brush, I'm just going to pop this over my chicken breast. Okay, making sure we cover it evenly. Once we've done that, I'm going to take 2 slices of bacon which I've pre-grilled. Just remember to do both sides of your bacon. And on top of that, I'm going to put one of our cheese slices. That I'm just going to pop under the salamander grill just till it melts. Okay, once we've done that and it's come off the grill, as you can see it's melted all over the top. For this dish, before we just plate it up, we're going to need 224 grams of our chips, 56 grams of peas, and also a pineapple ring. So let's have a look at the plate up. Taking our standard round plates, chips, just going to go on the back, just making sure we pile them up. Well, 56 grams of peas, just to the side there. Taking my chicken, just careful not to make a mess with the barbecue sauce. Just going to pop it on the edge of the plate, and with that I've just got my pineapple ring, which I'm just going to lean up against the side, and there you have your cheese and bacon top chicken. Lamb shank. Start with, you need to take your lamb shank out of the packaging, pop it in a suitable container. This one I've defrosted overnight in the chiller. Then put this through the microwave with a lid on for 1 minute 30. Once your lamb shank comes out and it's hot, we now need to put it through the Merrychef. This goes through the Merrychef 225, 1 minute 30 on 100% power. Before we do that, just need to oil up a tray. This will just stop it from sticking. Take our lamb shank out. Obviously be careful that we don't pull the meat from the bone. Pop it on there, and then let's pop that through the Merrychef. Okay, so once our lamb shank is browned, we need to look at plating up this dish. For this, we're going to need a pre-warmed Nouveau bowl. And to that, I'm going to firstly add 250 grams of mashed potato. This has been through the microwave for 1 minute 45. Using a fork, just going to fluff it up, just to make sure it doesn't come in a clump. And then just gently, making sure we don't make a mess, just tip that into the back of the bowl. Okay, again, just making sure it's fluffed up nicely. On the side, we're going to put 100 grams of red cabbage. This has been through the microwave for 45 seconds. So again, just taking a spoon, just going to make sure we take it all out, and we're just going to gently pour that just on the side. Okay. Taking our lamb shank now. Again, careful not to pull the meat off the bone. We're just going to lean that lamb shank onto the mashed potato. With this, I've got a meat gravy. I've just snipped the sachet. This has been through the water for 5 minutes. Just a little bit over the top of the shank itself, and the rest I'm just going to put around the side. And the rest just around the side. And there we have our lamb shank.
Classic burger with brie and cranberry. I've got a bit of preparation to do with this one. So I've got a wedge of our brie cheese, and I've got a knife here with some warm water. And for the burger itself, we're going to use 1/3 of the wedge of the brie. So cut through the middle. That's 1/3. Cut through again. And as I say, if you just have some warm water for the knife, this makes it a little bit easier. So just cut the 1/3 of the brie into 3 again. And then this is used for on top of the burger. So I've already pre-cooked one of our burgers on the salamander for between 6 and 7 minutes. Cook that to 75. The brie goes on the top. And then I'm just going to place that underneath the salamander just to soften that cheese down. Okay, so that's the brie nicely melted. So we're going to start to build the burger itself. So I've got a toasted burger bun here. I've got one of your standard burger sets. I've also got 10 grams of mayonnaise. So really simple to put together. You take the base of your burger bun, you just spread on the 10 grams of mayonnaise, then take your standard burger set. I'm then going to pop on the burger with the melted brie. And then to that, I'm going to add 28 grams of cranberry sauce. So just mix the cranberry through. And pop that on the top. Then taking one of our wooden skewers, place that through the toasted lid. And pop that on the top, just make sure we don't squash this down. And now we're going to plate this dish up. Taking one of our warm rectangular plates, take the burger, pop that into the centre of the plate. I've got 175 grams of our fries, so these have been deep fried at 185 degrees for 3 to 4 minutes. Pop those on one side. And then just to finish the dish, I've got some burger relish. So I've got 28 grams of burger relish, and that's in your little dip dish there. And that goes on the other end of the plate. And that completes your classic burger with brie and cranberry. Cheese and mushroom burger. I'd like to talk to you about some of the components and how we're going to build this one. I've got one of our defrosted burger buns here. I've also got 30 grams of aged cheese sauce. So I'm going to take the aged cheese sauce and spread that onto the base and onto the lid. So just split that between the two, and using the back of a spoon, just make sure that we coat the base and the lid. Okay, so that's that little bit of preparation done there. I'd just like to talk to you about the actual burger and the build of the burger itself. So I've already cooked one of our burgers underneath the salamander for between 5 and 6 minutes. Again, make sure this reaches core temperature of 75 degrees. I've got 2 cheese slices. I've also got 80 grams of sautéed mushrooms. So with the mushrooms, they're thinly sliced and they're sautéed in butter. I've also got 20 grams of thinly sliced fried onions. So what we're going to do is take one of the cheese slices and place that on top of the burger. I'm then going to take half of the mushrooms, place those on the top. Take half of the onion, pop that on top of the mushrooms. Then your cheese slice, your second cheese slice, over the top. Just press that down. I've then got the rest of the mushrooms. And then the remainder of the fried onions. And again, just give that a little light press down just to keep those together. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this underneath the salamander now just to melt that cheese through, and also just to warm through the cheese, the mushroom and the onion on the burger. Okay, so that's the burger and the burger bun off the salamander. So we're now going to plate up this dish. Taking one of our warm white rectangular plates. We've got the burger bun. Take the burger, place that onto the base. And then just taking one of our wooden skewers, pop that through the lid, place that onto the burger and skewer down. Again, just make sure that we don't flatten these out, so we want some nice height there. Pop that into the middle. We've then got 175 grams of our fries, deep fried in the 185 fryer for 2 to 3 minutes, and again use a cardboard drainer tray to remove any excess oil. Pop those on one side. And then just to finish off, I've got 28 grams of our burger relish, and that goes on the other side of the plate. And that completes your cheese and mushroom burger.
Sticky toffee pudding, my personal favourite. It comes in frozen and we reheat from frozen. So all I've done, guys, I've popped it on your small square plate, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And served with it is 100 grams of hot custard, and I'll serve that in your sauce boat. Sticky toffee pudding. Chocolate cherry sponge comes in frozen and we defrost it. It comes in this white tub and it is microwavable. So pop it on your small square plate and in the microwave for 20 seconds. When it comes out, take the white tub off. The guest choice is either ice cream or cream, and I'm going to serve it with ice cream. Chocolate cherry sponge. bread and butter pudding. Comes in frozen and we defrost it. Pop it onto your rustic plate and in a microwave for 20 seconds. When it comes out, dust it with ice and sugar. That is served with 100 grams of hot custard, and that is served in your sauce boat. Bread and butter pudding. Coconut ice cream. It's served on a small square plate. On top of that we have a napkin and the 3 balls of ice cream are in the bowl. To top the coconut ice cream we have chocolate cracking sauce. Before use we must shake for 30 seconds. And top that with 30 grams on top of the balls. So the idea behind the sauce is that it will set on top of the ice cream, so when the guests put a spoon through it, it will crack. And to top that we have 10 grams of toasted coconut. So it's a pre-prep in the morning. We'll put some on a baking tray underneath the salamander, and halfway through just turn them over so it's evenly browned. And top that on top of the chocolate. As you can see there is quite a lot, so it adds a nice texture to the ice cream. Coconut ice cream.
Black Forest Sundae. This is a great addition to your sundae range. There's a bit of prep involved with this one. I've taken some of our chocolate brownie and defrosted it. I had 45 grams and I've cut that into 8 pieces. So now I'm just going to take you through the build. So I'm going to build this on scales. I've got a nice chilled sundae glass. I need 10 grams of chocolate sauce and just swirl that around to get some colour on the inside of the sundae glass. I'm then going to add a scoop of chocolate ice cream. I've then got my 4 brownie pieces, so pop those in. To that I'm going to add 25 grams of the cherries in Kirsch, which again comes in frozen and you just defrost that. I'm then going to add another 10 grams of chocolate sauce. I've then got a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Pop that in. Another scoop of chocolate ice cream. And just press that down if you need to. The remainder of the brownie, so another 4 pieces. And then another 25 grams of the cherries in Kirsch. Again, just make sure we get it around the inside of the sundae glass for some colour. And then I'm just going to finish this with a swirl of aerosol cream. Just make sure you get some height for the sundae. I'm then just going to finish with 10 grams of the chocolate sauce. And then just a little dusting of our chocolate powder. Just sprinkle that over. And then that's finished with a flake, a chocolate flake. And there you have your Black Forest sundae. Potato dippers. So just on the cardboard drainer tray here, I've got 175 grams of potato dippers. They've been in the deep fat fryer at 185 degrees for about 3 to 4 minutes. I've also got 30 grams of our cheddar and mozzarella grated cheese, 15 grams of our bacon pieces, 5 grams of our sliced spring onion, and I've got 30 grams of our sour cream. So this is really easy to put together. I'm going to take half of the dippers. I'm going to pop those into an overlaid dish. I'm then just going to use this empty dip dish just to make sure I've got enough room later on to pop the sour cream on there. So I've got half the dippers, half of the cheese, the remaining dippers on the top, and then just finish with the rest of the cheese. And you can see I'm using a baking tray, just makes it a little bit easier, popping it on the grill and taking it off. So that goes underneath the salamander for about 30 seconds just to have some brown on there and make sure we've melted the cheese through. Okay, so the potato dips have just come off the grill. You need to remove the empty dip dish, just be careful, it will be hot, so that can go. Just going to take the dippers from the baking tray, and then just to finish off, we've got the bacon pieces. They get sprinkled over the top. And we've also got the spring onion. So again, just pop those over the dippers, and then finish with your sour cream. And there you have your potato dippers. So now you've seen the fantastic new dishes on your menu. Please continue to serve up great memories to our guests, and really good luck with your menu. Chicken and barley soup. This is a really straightforward dish to put together. So just on the table here, I've got a wooden board. I've lined that with a napkin. I've also got 10 grams of softened butter. I've also got a slice of defrosted bloomer bread, and that has been cut in half. I've then got 10 grams of croutons. Again, part of your pre-preparation in the morning. These have been cooked in the oven with oil and butter. Just in the container here, I've got 300 grams of the chicken and barley soup. So again, this has been defrosted. Make sure that you put this into a bowl and mix all the ingredients through, just to make sure that we distribute that through evenly. To that, I've added 20 grams of frozen peas, and that has been in the microwave for 1 minute and 30. So let's just plate this up. Taking a nice warm soup bowl, I'm then just going to mix the ingredients through and pop that into the bowl. Just make sure we don't splash the sides. And then I'm just going to pop on the croutons. So again, as I said, these are pre-prepared in the morning, and again, just make sure you follow your sub recipe to make the croutons. So there's 4 of those on the top. And there you have your chicken and barley soup. Salmon salad. I've already cooked the salmon, so this has been oiled on a baking tray and popped underneath the salamander for about 5 to 6 minutes. I've also got all the other ingredients for the salad base. So we've got 100 grams of our pre-cooked potatoes. These have been cooked and cooled. I've also got some asparagus. There's 80 grams of asparagus there. This is blanched in boiling water and cooled down. I've also got some romaine lettuce, so there's 50 grams just there. I've also got 30 grams of salad mix. Just at the front, I've got 20 grams of half slices of cucumber and 20 grams of radish, and that is in quarters. I've also got 20 grams of spring onion, which again I've just finely diced straight through. I've got 60 grams of natural yogurt, and then I've got 5 grams of dill. With the dill, it's half of the dill goes into the salad base and then the rest is used for the garnish. I've also got a wedge of lemon, so we've de-pipped this and make sure that we take away the pith as well. And I've also got some chili lime seasoning, and that's used for the top. So we'll start putting this together now. So potatoes, asparagus, romaine lettuce, then the salad mix, then got the cucumber, the quarters of radish, I've got the spring onions. I'm then going to add the natural yogurt. So as I said, this is 60 grams. So pop that in. And then, as I said, we've got the chopped dill. We just want half of that into the salad base. So sprinkle half in. And just give that a mix around. And again, just combine all these ingredients together. Just make sure that you're coating everything with the natural yogurt. Okay. So we're going to plate this one up now. So just taking a chilled Nouveau bowl, pop your salad base into the bowl. There's some cucumber just there. And if you can, just get some of the radish and pop that towards the top, so we've got some colour there. So again, just take that little bit of extra time and just make sure that we've got all of those ingredients showing through the salad. So just tidy that around. We've then got the salmon, and the salmon goes on top. We're then just going to sprinkle that with chili lime seasoning. So a nice little pinch of that, so just over the top of the salmon. Then just going to finish that with the dill. So pop the dill over. And then just to finish off, we've got a wedge of lemon. So pop the wedge of lemon just to the side there. And then that completes your salmon salad. Woodland mushroom risotto. So I've done a bit of the preparation for this already. Just on the baking tray here, I've got 2 pieces of garlic bread. These are cut from frozen, and just make sure we toast both sides as well. I've also got, as a garnish, I've got some rocket here, so there's 5 grams just there. And I've also got 10 grams of our fine grated regatta cheese. So the risotto itself, risotto comes in frozen in these handy containers, so it can be microwaved in these containers as well. So this is defrosted, it goes through the microwave for between 2 and 3 minutes. So we're going to plate this one up now. So just taking a warm, large Nouveau bowl, I've also let the risotto stand for about 20 seconds. So as I said, 2 to 3 minutes in the microwave, halfway through give it a stir, it comes out, and then just let it stand for 20 seconds. Mix it through again. Again, just make sure we get all the sauce mixed through the rice. And then that goes into the centre of the warm bowl. And just fluff the rice through as well, just use a spoon. Okay, so that comes out. And then we've got the fine ricotta cheese. So we're just going to sprinkle that over. And we're going to pop on the washed rocket. Goes in the middle. And then we're just going to finish it with the garlic bread. So the garlic bread just stands at the back. And again, if you can just overlap it to give it height. Our guests can also upgrade with this dish. So we can either have a grilled piece of salmon, or we can have a chicken breast. And if it's the chicken breast, just cut that into 6 pieces. But that completes the woodland mushroom risotto. Chicken and leek pie. So the chicken and leek pie, it comes in frozen and we defrost this. So this has gone through the Merrychef oven on 50% power for about 5 to 6 minutes. There's also an alternative cook method for this through a conventional oven, 180 degrees for about 4 minutes. To accompany that dish, we've also got 200 grams of mashed potato that's been in the microwave with 10 grams of butter. I've also got 60 grams of green beans from frozen, 30 grams of raw kale and 10 grams of butter, and again this has been through the microwave. And I've also got some of your pre-prepared gravy, so there's 100 mils just there. So we're going to plate this up. So I've taken one of your warm round plates, so this is the 12-inch round plate. I've also got a nice warm sauce boat. Take the chicken and leek pie, pop that on the plate. I've then got the mashed potato, so just mix that through. I'm going to pop that by the side of the sauce boat. And again, just kind of fluff that through for presentation. I've then got the green beans, kale and butter mixture. And that goes to the front of the plate. Okay. And then just lastly, we've got the hot gravy. So as I said, that's 100 mils, and that goes in the sauce boat. And that completes your chicken and leek pie. Shepherd's pie. So just in the pie dish here, I've got one portion of our shepherd's pie filling. So this comes in frozen and I've defrosted it. And again, these are individual portions. So pop that in there. I've also got 200 grams of defrosted mashed potato. So potato, place on the top. so. And then we're just going to use a fork just to make sure we cover over the pie filling. And once that's patted down, we just want to make sure that this looks quite rustic. So again, a few sort of lines with the fork, just fluff that over. And now that's ready to go in the Merrychef oven. So this goes into the Merrychef on 50% power for about 5 to 6 minutes. There is also an alternative method for this one as well. So when you look in your cookbook, there's a method for part Merrychef and part oven. So please refer to that at peak periods. Okay, so that's just come out of the Merrychef oven. I'm then going to take 5 grams of melted butter. I'm going to pop that over the top. And then we just need to gratinate that underneath the salamander just for about 30 seconds. Okay, so the shepherd's pie has just come from underneath the salamander, so we're just going to plate up. So taking a warm rectangular plate, place the pie dish into the middle. And I've also got some cooked peas, so I've cooked 112 grams of peas, that goes in a sugar bowl on the side. And I've also got 100 grams of red cabbage, so this is just defrosted, pre-portioned, into the microwave for about 1 minute, 1 minute 30. And that goes on the other side of the pie dish. And there you have your shepherd's pie. Fish pie. So fish pie comes in individual portions, frozen, and we defrost this. So in the fish pie itself, we've got salmon, prawns and white fish, and it's in a creamy sauce. So I've decanted that into one of our pie dishes ready to go. I've also got 56 grams of frozen peas. We just need that to add that to the fish pie filling. So pop those in. Just gently mix the peas through the filling. Just be careful not to smash the fish. So again, just gently move those around. And once that's done, I'm then going to take 200 grams of our defrosted mashed potato. So just give that a little mix around. And then that gets placed on the top. And just push that down. And just make sure that we kind of seal around the edges. And then just using a fork, we want to just fork this through. So just gently both ways, and then just fluff that up because we want this to look nice and rustic. So just fluff that mash. And then I'm going to put this in the Merrychef now on 225 on full power for between 3 and 4 minutes. So that's the fish pie back from the Merrychef. We then need to just pop some cheese on the top. So we've got the cheddar and mozzarella mix, and there's 20 grams. So that's the grated cheddar and mozzarella. Sprinkle that over. And then we're just going to pop this underneath the salamander to get some nice colour on there and melt the cheese. Again, probably between 1 minute, 1 minute 30. So that's the fish pie back from underneath the salamander. There is also an alternative cook method for this, which is using part Merry Chef and part oven, so refer to your spec for further details. I'm going to pop the fish pie onto the napkin, so I've got wooden board and napkin already set up. I've then got 80 grams of green beans that are cooked from frozen, so in a container with 10 grams of butter and in the microwave. And then the green beans are placed into the sugar bowl. And then we're also going to put the butter over as well, so make sure that the butter that we've got in the container is also used. Okay, so drizzle the butter over. And that completes your fish pie. Cod loin with asparagus and parsley sauce. I've got a few ingredients on the table that I want to talk through first. So we've got a cod loin. This comes in frozen and we defrost this. This goes in the microwave for 1:30 on 50% power, and we need to put a lid on. So I'm just going to pop that into the microwave now. Okay, so while that's in the microwave, we also need to make some crushed potatoes. So just in this container here, I've got 200 grams of pre-cooked potato, and we just want to break that through. We're not looking for mashed potato, we literally just want to break that through with a fork. Okay. We're then going to add 10 mils of olive oil. We've got some chopped parsley, which is 2 grams. A little bit of salt, which is about 1 gram. And then I've got the juice of a lemon wedge, so squeeze that in. That would then go in the microwave for between 45 and 1:30, so that goes in the microwave. To accompany the fish, we've got some bechamel sauce here, so defrosted bechamel sauce. We need to make some parsley sauce with it. So I've got 3 grams of chopped parsley. And to that I'm going to add 1 gram of English mustard, and again just be careful, you know, 1 gram is not a lot, so that goes in. Mix that through. And again close the lid, and that will go in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Okay, so I've got my products back from the microwave, so we're going to plate this up now. Taking a nice warm round Nouveau bowl. First of all, I'm going to pop in the crushed potato. So that goes into the centre. And again, just tidy up as you go. I'm then just going to pop the cod on the top. So just use a fish slice to get the cod out. That goes on top of the potatoes. I've then got our reheated parsley sauce. So with the parsley sauce, give that a mix around and then just nap that over the cod. Again, just always think about that presentation piece as well. It's quite a lot of sauce, which is great. So again, we can mix that through with the potatoes and the fish. And then I've also microwaved some of our frozen asparagus. So I've got 80 grams of frozen asparagus with 10 grams of butter. So again, that's been through the microwave about 45 seconds. Mix that through and just scatter that over. Again, just pop some around the side as well, just so that we've got some colour all the way around. And then just that last little bit of butter. And then just to finish, I'm going to garnish that with a wedge of lemon. And again, just pop the wedge to the side. And that completes your cod with asparagus and parsley sauce.